Good morning, students. How are you all? Welcome back to the class. And as you know that we are going to learn today about the political science first chapter. Okay. So let's see what is the first chapter in political science. So the first chapter is democracy in the contemporary world. The democracy in the contemporary world. So what do you mean by democracy? Any idea, any clue? Okay, I will give you a simple example of democracy. Okay, in your class, to maintain the classroom or the discipline of the classroom, what you are doing? You are selecting or electing someone as a class monitor, right? Doing or not? How? Simply your teacher is selecting that person? No, they are simply means what you are doing? You are giving vote, like who want to become a leader. 2-3 names will come afterwards. You will give vote, and then you will elect one person as your monitor. Yes or no? So in democracy also same thing is happening. Democracy means where the people will rule. Okay, democracy means by the people for the people. Okay, where people will choose their representative and they will do the work for the people, for the welfare of the people or citizen. That is called democracy. So let's see how the democracy start. Okay, how it came to an action. So first, struggle for democracy. What is that? Struggle for democracy. The expectation, the expansion of democracy has been has not been smooth and straight. You know, the expansion of democracy, that was not smooth or straight. To get the democracy, people struggled a lot. Okay, how means? You can see that earlier time, the emperor, the king, they were ruling, and that is called monarchy. As we discussed in the French Revolution, how that was the dictatorship and the power was held by a single person. So to get rid of that one, what they did, they started democracy. They want democracy. So that in democracy, what will happen? The power will not hold or controlled by single person. It will be distributed to in different parts. So that what will happen? No single person will having the hold, and they will not misuse the power. That's why people need democracy. But the path for the democracy was not easy. Okay, they struggle a lot to get their democracy. In different countries, they are having different history. As we already discussed in history in French Revolution, how they got their democracy, right? Yeah. Now see, there were several ups and downs in different countries. You know, to get their freedom or democracy, people had their own struggle. If you see different countries' history, they had different ups and downs for the getting the democracy. Now it still remains an unstable and uncertain achievement. It is still remain as unstable and uncertain achievement. Means you can't say that okay, now we are in democracy and the power is not using by the people or the leaders. You can't say like that, right? Because sometimes you can see that people are misusing their power and positions. So till now it is remain unstable and uncertain. Now see that first thing, the two tails of democracy. The two tails of democracy. So how the democracy started? Democracy in Chile. Okay, Chile is a country in South America. Okay, Chile is a country in South America, and you can see that Salvador Allende was the founder of the Socialist Party of Chile, who won the presidential election in 1970. You can see that Salvador Allende was the founder of Socialist Party of Chile who won the presidential election in 1970. Okay. Now, after being president, what he did? After being president, he adopted several policies to help the poor and the workers, which included, okay, what all the things included in that policy? Let us see. First, what he did? Reform of the educational system. What he did? He reformed the educational system. What was going on that time? He reformed it. And next stage, free milk for the children and redistribution of land to the landless farmer. First was reformation of educational system, and second was free milk for the children so that they get some nutrition, and then redistribution of land to the landless farmer. Okay. Now, next what he did? Opposing foreign companies that are taking away natural resources like copper from the country. And another policy came. What was that? Opposing the foreign companies. Okay. Why? Because they were taking natural resources from the country like your copper. But when he came up with these policies, the policy were opposed by the landlords. Why? It is simple, because if he will distribute the lands to the landless farmer, so the landlords, they will lose their lands. That's why they opposed it. And the rich and the churches, they also opposed. Why? The rich person and the churches also oppose these policies, because they were also get trouble because of the policy, and by some other political leaders, okay, by some other political parties also oppose the policy of your Salvador Allende. Now, his government was overthrown by the military on 11th September 1973. Okay. Finally, what happened? His government was overthrown by the military on 11th September 1973. Okay. Now, see the military coups of 1973. Okay. After Salvador Allende, next came who? The military. The dictatorship started when military coups of 1973. On the morning of 11th September 1973, the military took over the seaport. Okay. On the morning of 11th September, the military, they took over the seaport and arrested the defense minister when he arrived at his office. And what they did? They arrested the defense minister when he arrived at his office. Okay. When? 11th September 1973. Now, the military commanders asked President Allende to resign, but he refused to resign or leave the country. What happened? The military commanders, what they did? They asked the president to resign, but the president refused to resign and he refused to leave the country also. Now, then what happened? Because the military person, they don't had any other option, what they did? The military surrounded the presidential house and started bombing it. What they did? The military, they surrounded the president's house and they started bombing on it. So, what will be the consequences? Simple. President died in that military attack. President died in that military attack. Now, after the president died, what happened? The military corps was led by whom? You know, the military overtook the seaport, they arrested the defense minister and they killed the president. But somebody should lead them, right? Who was that person? The military corps was led by the General Augusto Pinochet as, okay, he was the General Augusto Pinochet, okay, an army general. Now, the government of the United States of America was unhappy with Allende rules and is known to have supported and funded activities that led to the coups. So, what happened? Because the state of America, they were unhappy with the Allende's rules, So they supported the activities done by the military corps. Okay. Now the Pinochet became the president of the country and ruled it for the next 17 years. What happened? Pinochet became the president of the country, Chile, and then he ruled there for the 17 years, for the next 17 years. Now, from a democratic government to a military dictatorship was established in Chile. What happened? From a democratic government to a military dictatorship was established in Chile. Now, Pinochet government tortured and killed several persons, several of those who supported Allende and those who wanted democracy to be restored. What happened? The Pinochet government, they tortured a lot and killed several people, those who supported Allende and those who want democracy in their country and those who want to restore the democracy in country. Here we are going to conclude today's topic. Okay, in next we will discuss another topic. Till then, tata, bye bye.